What? This is Patrick Fabian, Cyborg Superman, and we are under the radar.
Hey guys, I'm Randy Unger, and this is Under the Radar at the East Coast premiere of Reign of the Supermen, the new DC animated film, and I'm about to talk to some of the talent. Here we go.
I was born drawing.
Yeah.
I always wanted to be an artist. I love cartoons, and the fates led me to being in animation, and I love it.
So, did you read the comics growing up and stuff like that?
I was not a comic book head.
Okay.
As one of the producers referred to me, he said I was an outside kid.
Okay.
Right, and everybody laughed, and I was
All
like,
right.
all right. But that was actually good because I came to the project with no preconceptions.
Right.
And so
Okay.
therefore, I like I normally do with any acting job, I looked at the script, I figured out what the scenes were, and then with the good guidance of the director and Wes Gleason, who was my booth director, we figured out. And then we started seeing the animation, and then we started seeing the animation moving, and it was thrilling to
That
watch
must
it
have
all
been an
work.
interesting experience.
Yeah, because I think I was working it in my brain from the outside in, like, oh, I'll see a picture, and then I'll come up with the thing, and it's
Right.
exactly the opposite.
Okay.
The scene is the scene, and the animators are working for the same emotional peak that the actors are.
All right.
So I think it really comes together great in this.
Were you a big comic book reader?
Absolutely, I
Yeah.
was the only kid. So
Okay. Me too, only child.
There
Yeah.
you go. So
Yeah.
my aunt raised me. Every week she would give me $2 in comics, specifically.
Right.
And I would get those 80-page, 25-cent giants.
All right.
And those would be my first scripts.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah,
So that was
so it's full circle.
some early preparation in
Yeah.
your career.
That I wasn't even conscious of.
Yeah.
I grew up watching the Super Friends. You know, I didn't have a lot of money. I didn't do so comics. I didn't really read, but I grew up watching anything and everything I could.
All right.
We were just talking about it earlier. Like we didn't have the wealth of riches of that there's out right now, and I'm enjoying all of it right now. You know, at my house we watch. We watch all the Young Justice like every Saturday. We're like, oh, Young Justice, sit down and watch. You know, I've got like tons of DVDs and.
Nice.
But back when I was a kid, it was like you had the Super Friends, you had like the Batman and Robin with Adam West, and and we just soaked up everything.
It was great back then, and I think it's getting even better in a way.
Well, yeah, because
In a
I
way.
think there's more of it,
Yeah,
and technology is better, and what's cool is that there's things that are being made for older kids in a sense, not like everything was kind of geared towards like real little kids back then.
Right.
So, there's stuff that's being made for people like me.
Okay.
Yeah.
How does it feel bringing stories like this to a younger generation?
It's awesome. I mean, and to be playing, for me specifically as an African American, to be bringing these characters to life that I didn't see, it's inspiring. And I've got kids, so I love sitting and watching them with my kids and seeing that.
If I had kids, I would do this all day.
Right.
Until they go to sleep, watch cartoons.
Yeah,
But,
exactly.
I got to work.
I like them. I think I like the cartoons more than they do. In a lot of
You
ways.
get more of a kick out of it.
Yeah.
Great work in the film.
Thank you very much.
Martian Manhunter.
Yes.
Such a great, interesting character. What was it like tackling that role?
It's huge because, for me, I feel like he's carrying the souls of a million people, of his own people, within him, and so to know that, and then also be someone who is trying to find sort of the moral good, the moral fiber in people, in other people, in humanity. It's a heavy burden, and
Very complex.
yes, very complex.
Character.
And so then to be able, and then the fact that like literally, like Batman jokes that if I wanted to defeat you, all I'd have to do is light a match. Like.
Right.
For someone where that's the case, where if he sees a match is lit near him, he freaks out.
Right.
Like, there's so much complexity to why that is.
What was it like adapting the comic book to the screen? I'm curious. What's that conversion process like?
I mean,
we cut out all the words in the comics. We put them in a jar. We shook them up.
I love that idea.
And then we just kind of randomly, and it was luck.
So that's how it's done.
That's exactly how it's done.
It's funny because you say conversion, and we never really approached it like we were converting the comics. We came in and we said, okay, what is important about Reign of the Supermen? Knowing that these are the characters that we need to introduce and tell this story. We knew where we were going to end up. We knew how the movie was going to end, and then how do we get there? And be as faithful as we can to the themes and ideas of what the comics were all about.
Yeah.
That was really what it was. I mean, it's as simple as that. And that's really easy. No, I'm just kidding.
Did you guys feel pressure in that task?
Always.
Yeah.
I feel pressure still, and it's done.
Yes. Yeah, no, I mean, it's a lot. And I think in all of the adaptations we do, it's about watching a movie that gives you the same feeling that you had when you read the comic book. Because we can't adapt it line for line and panel for panel. It would take too long, and it wouldn't read the same way.
And it would kind of be an insult to the original creators, I'd say.
Yeah, and a ripoff.
I just feel like
exactly.
hopefully they work as companion pieces with each other. That people will keep reading the comics and keep
keep
loving
buying.
that story
Yeah,
and keep buying the movies and watching the movies. I mean, I think we all live together in a happy multiverse.
Sliders, My Secret Identity. What's it like being part of all these wonderful franchises?
Lucky, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll tell you, I'm super stoked to be a part of all this DC animated stuff. It's my highest ratings on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, okay.
Are these DC animated movies?
How does that feel? Like you've
It
had
feels
a
amazing.
really long career too.
Yeah, I feel honored to be here.
Awesome.
So I wanted to show my appreciation to everybody by doing this.
And we appreciate that.
Tag us, Reign of Supermen.
Definitely. Were you a big comic book reader growing up? Still am?
I can't say I still am, but I think working in the DC animated world sort of fills that void.
Yeah. Now, so many great actors have played Superman before. What was it like stepping into his boots, so to speak?
It's scary, but so many people here in the DC Warner Brothers world really help you through. I have so much help, and I can't take full credit for it, but they give us great scripts to work with. You see a sort of softer, more vulnerable side of not only Superman, but Clark and Lois, and I get a lot of help.
And there you have it, the East Coast premiere of Reign of the Supermen, now out on digital and Blu-ray. Check it out.